So today, a brand new update has been released for PS4, Xbox, Switch, Windows 10, iOS, and Android. So today we're going to be talking about all the brand new features that are part of Minecraft 1.16.200. So without any further ado, let's go and get right into the video. So we're now outside the world, and we're going to go and begin with the first feature, which includes explosions. So the dragon egg now only drops an item when it is destroyed by an explosion. So I'm guessing originally it would only destroy itself completely and not drop anything, which is actually quite unfortunate. So you did have to be very careful with your TNT or your explosions. But better question is, who would be dumb enough to explode a dragon egg? So we ourselves a fireball. Now normally we cannot summon in fireballs in standard Minecraft, so I did have to make a behavior pack in order to go and do this. But if I go ahead and fire it, then as you can see, the dragon egg, it got destroyed by the fire. That's actually not very good. But in some occasions, if you are lucky enough, it will not be destroyed by fire, it will drop itself. Basalt can no longer be destroyed by gas fireballs. So if I go ahead and summon in another fireball, I'm going to go ahead and fire it right over at the basalt. And there we go. As you can see, it is completely fine. And this works for both standard basalt and polished basalt. Now, next up, we have ourselves basalt blocks. They now take slightly more time to destroy. So if I switch over to game mode as really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and grab this pickaxe. I actually can't tell a difference, to be honest. It looks like it might be a little bit slower, but I really can't tell. I mean, they did state that it is slightly longer to break. But we're going to go ahead and move over to the next one. So it says dirt paths can now be made from dirt, podzol, and mycelium and coarse dirt. So we have ourselves the shovel. I grabbed the shovel, and normally it would only work on grass, which a lot of players do not like this. Because if you made a mistake, like let's say you had dirt in the middle of the path, it would take forever for you to go and repair that, because you would have to go and make a path to dirt, because you have to make a path to grass to make that dirt turn to grass, and then you can go and turn it into a path. And it was just a big old mess. But now, let's say you made a mistake, you can actually just go and turn standard dirt into a path, which is really, really good. Because they did make the change to where the normal grass paths, they're no longer called grass paths. They are now called dirt paths. So that makes a little bit more sense. And now it will work for standard grass, as I mentioned. It will work for mycelium. It will work for standard dirt, coarse dirt, and now podzol, which is really, really good. And now next up, it says right-clicking a snow block with a shovel no longer breaks the snow. So I'm guessing that there's a bit of a bug to where if you right-click it with a shovel, it would just break completely. But now that's no longer the case, which is really, really good. Now next up, twisting vines can no longer be placed on composter blocks when sneaking. So originally you could go ahead and place them while you're sneaking. If I go ahead and crouch and I right click, as you can see, it is no longer going to be able to place it, which I guess you could say is good in some way, but you can no longer make those really cool designs. Now next up, they updated the netherite leggings texture. Netherite armor now gives 90% knockback reduction. Bees no longer stray more than 22 blocks from their home. So if a bee is really far out, then it's no longer... So if a bee is 22 blocks, then it will not actually move past that, which is really, really good. Now next up, new volume settings. Oh boy, now this is something that I think many people are going to appreciate. And for this, I am going to go ahead and turn up the audio so you guys can hear this, because you can now go ahead and change the audio, which is really, really good. Originally, we only had ourselves two options. We had music and sound. So the cool thing about these is that as you're changing them, you can't hear exactly what you're changing. So in order for me to showcase the different sounds, it does not work when you're inside of a standard world. So you do actually have to be in the main title screen in order for this to work. As of right now, I believe that might be a bug. Not 100% sure. But if I go ahead and show you this now, go ahead and take a listen to ambient environment. So it's going to be like those creepy sounds that you hear down inside the caves. We have blocks. Hostile creatures. Friendly creatures. Which is going to be like the cows, sheep, stuff like that. Then we have players. We have the jukebox and note blocks. And then we have weather. And I am absolutely in love with all these brand new settings, because now if you want to go and turn off a specific sound, like let's say you want to turn off block sounds, or you want to just turn off weather completely, which in my case I'm definitely going to do because I hate hearing thunder all the time, then you can now go and do that, which is really, really awesome. And this was something that was missing from the game for a very, very long time. Not sure why it took them this long to go and do this, but you know what, whatever, it's here now. It's really, really good. Minecraft is OpenXR, so they now support this, which is mainly for VR devices. So if I go ahead and read this book, this gives you a little bit of insight exactly what this is. So Minecraft on Windows 10 now uses OpenXR. It supports Windows MR, which I have no clue what MR is. So if anybody knows, then please go ahead and fill me in. And also it supports Oculus VR. Now right here it tells you exactly what OpenXR is. It's an open source royalty-free API standard that provides engines native access to wide ranges of devices from vendors that span across VR and MR devices. OpenXR implementation in Minecraft brings a more unified experience across current VR and MR devices, as well as support for those yet to come. And they also stated that you'll be able to launch through the Mixed Reality portal as well as the Oculus Store. However, there is also a URL to launch in the VR, which it is going to be found on the website with the changelog. And this can also be made into a desktop shortcut, pinned to the start menu, bookmarked in a browser, or anything else that you can do with the URL. Now with all that said, the final big major feature, this is the mother feature, is ray tracing. They now have introduced ray tracing to Minecraft Bedrock. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say Forge. Ray tracing has been on Bedrock for quite a while. Well, that's true, but it's only been in beta. But now you no longer need to be in beta to try ray tracing. It is now fully out. It is now part of the official game, which is really good. Ray tracing basically is like shaders, but it's much more than shaders. It's supposed to be how reflections work and lighting works in the real world, so it's trying to simulate that with the video game. I know that many of you have probably seen videos on this. Sadly, I do not have a ray tracing capable device, and hopefully in the future that ray tracing will come to, of course, the Xbox Series X and S, and as well as PS5. Because Minecraft on those devices, while PS5 and of course Series X and S do have Minecraft, they do not have an enhanced version of the game, which means that they do not have any of the capabilities for ray tracing as of yet. But with all that said, let's say you do have a ray tracing capable device. If I go ahead and scroll down the video, we'll actually have ourselves an option, upscaling options and the ray tracing options, and whenever you hover over the eye, it will tell you that this feature is only available in ray tracing capable worlds. Find one in the marketplace or create your own ray tracing capable resource pack. Now if you do want to know exactly what kind of worlds in the marketplace can use ray tracing, well, go and head over to the marketplace, go ahead and click on free ray tracing. So right here, you're going to find everything that uses ray tracing by NVIDIA. And pretty much everything inside of here is going to be free. So you will be able to go ahead and have a really cool ray tracing experience. So if you really want to know the really cool capabilities that come with ray tracing, then go ahead and be sure to check out these worlds. But with all that said, that is basically it for everything that's part of this new update. And obviously there are some bug fixes and stuff like that. I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think of this new update. If you enjoyed today's video, then let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!